In the previous class, I explained this problem. In this problem, there are 4 sources of income. First is the business income is here. Second is long-term capital gain. And third is other source. And fourth is rent from house property comes under the income from house property. So four head incomes are there except salary. Four heads incomes are there. Therefore, you have to calculate the income, gross total income. You have to calculate the gross total income headwise. First, you have to take this income from salary. Second, income from business. Third, business. Fourth, capital gain. Fifth, other source. These are the 5 heads. The 5 heads total is called as gross total income. Okay. And gross total income comes after the adjustment of losses also. That is called as set off and carry forward losses. Set off losses. We have to set off the losses as per the provisions of Income Tax Act. Okay. So first off, I already explained this one in the previous class and you told the answer also. Here are the 2 expenses relating to other source. One is insurance, another is repairs. Okay. And first I will take this, calculate the income from house property. Income from rent, house property, that is rent received on house property is 10,000. This is called as gross annual value because only one value is there, that is the gross annual value. And that gross annual value becomes the annual value. Okay, there is no municipal tax. Okay, so first you calculate the income from house property, then business income is given, directly income is given, there is no need of calculating the business income. Capital gain is also computed, that is calculated. There is no need of once again calculation. And your duty is to calculate income from house property and income from other source. 2 heads income you calculate and remaining 2 heads income is calculated already. Okay. So you see the solution. So computation of income from computation of income computation of gross total income. Gross total income for the assessment year 2021. First head is income from business. Okay. Next I will take the house property. First you take house property, then you take the business. By wrongly I placed the item. Serial you write, first you write the house property. So house property rent is given. That rent itself is gross annual value. Only one value is there. In the gross annual value, you deduct municipal tax. Municipal tax is not there. So directly you consider that as a annual value. Annual value, that annual value is the rental value, 10,000. Then you give deduction under section 24. Deduction under section 24 you give, the deductions are, first is standard deduction, 30% of annual value. You deduct 30% in annual value, balance is the income from house property. So you take this point first, house property first, then you take this second as income from business, 35,000. Okay, while recording in your book, you take house property first and second you take the business. And third is capital gain. Long-term capital gain is given in the problem. Computed. Computed means calculated. There is no need of once again calculation. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, computed ಇತ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ರೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದವು, ರೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Capital gain is calculated, that amount is 10,000. Okay, third point. And fourth head is other source. In the other source, there are so many items. You write all the items. First is royalty received on books is 10,000. Second is interest on bank deposit 5,000. Third is dividend from cooperative society 3,000. Next is rent received on tractor. Rent received on tractor is 7,000. Rent, interest on bank deposit 5,000. Interest on government securities there 10,000. Then dividend from cooperative society 3,000. This dividend from cooperative society is taxable. Remember this. Only dividend from Indian company is exempted. Then next is rent received on tractor 7,000. Okay. If you take this total is 35,000. Total it is 35,000. In this 35,000 gross total income, you deduct deduction under section 57. Deduction under section 57, you deduct 57. Under that, two items are there. One is insurance, another is depreciation. Okay, insurance and depreciation you deduct, total 1,000. 1,000 you deduct, remaining is 34,000. 34,000 is the income from other source. You see here, house property head outer column, business income outer column, capital gain outer column, other source outer column. In the outer column, there are only four amounts. The four amounts are related with respective head. Okay, business income head, house property income, capital gain income, other source. Like this, you take the heads of income to the outer column, and whatever adjustment you may want to make, you make in the inner column. Okay, you take the total of the outer column. Outer column total is 86,000. This 86,000 is called as income from other source. Okay, this is the way of calculating gross total income. Okay. Then 12th example I already explained and you told the answer also. You told the answer also. I will not explain this. You solve this problem. And come to the 13th problem. In the 13th problem, Mr. Krishanga is a member of parliament. Remember, he is a member of parliament. Okay. He is a member of parliament and he furnishes the following details of income for the previous year 1920. Okay. First, he received salary of rupees 5,000 per month as a member of parliament. So 5,000 is the salary per month. 5,000 is the salary per month. Then for the year, 5,000 per month for 12 months, it is 60,000. Salary for 12 months is 60,000. Okay. Then second, he has received 40,000 for writing books on current problems. That means 40,000 received for writing a book on current problems. This is the royalty received. So second point is 40,000 rupee. You take second point 40,000 rupee. That is B point. You write as royalty received 40,000. Okay, royalty received 40,000. Then he has received rupees 50,000 from agriculture in Malaysia. Agriculture in Malaysia means it is outside India. Therefore, it is taxable. So third point is 50,000. Okay, I am writing here. Space is there, so I am writing there. First point, salary received as member of parliament. Second is royalty received on books. Third is agriculture income in Malaysia. And next is interest on bank deposit 20,000. 20,000 is the income. It is gross and you don't worry about that gross of 20,000. Okay. Then royalty received is net amount is there. So you have to gross up it. Royalty amount is 10,500. 10,500 into 100 by 70. It will be, I think, 15,000. It is 15,000. Okay. Then income from hidden sources. Hidden sources means undisclosed source. Undisclosed source 78,000. Okay. Undisclosed source 78,000. 78,000. Next is ground rent received. Ground rent received is direct amount. You take 10,000 direct. This 10,000 is direct. There is no adjustment for this. 10,000. Then he has received rupees 2,000 as director sitting fee from a company. Director sitting fee 2,000 rupees you take. 2,000 is from director fees. Director fee received 2,000. This is other source. Then he also received rupees 400 interest on post office saving bank account. Interest on POSB account is exempted from tax. Okay. And his other investments are 50,000 9%. On 50,000 you calculate 9%. This is 4,500. Okay, this is 4,500. Okay. Then next point is 36,000. 36,000 investment is there, 10% less tax. His other investment heading is there, so this is investment. 36,000 investment. On this 10% is 3,600. On 36,000 rupee, if you calculate 10%, it is 3,600. But this is less tax. This is less tax. Don't gross up it. If it is tax free, you have to gross up it. Remember this. So 3,600. 3,600 is the interest. 3,600 is the interest. Remember this. For your confusion, they have given the less tax. Less tax means you have to gross up only when interest is given. Only when interest is given, less tax is to be grossed. And tax free is there, the interest and also principal. If the interest is given, you gross off. The principal is given for calculation of interest, you gross off. In both cases, principal is given in the problem or interest is given in the problem for tax free, you gross off. Remember this. And for others, interest is given in the problem. Interest is given in the problem, you gross up. This is the point you remember. Repeatedly, I am telling you. Okay. If you take the total of this, 60,000, 40,000, 1 lakh, 1,50,000 plus 50,000, 1,50,000, then 20,000, 1,70,000, 1,70,000 plus 15,000, 1,85,000. Okay. 1,85,000. Then 1,85,000 plus 78,000 plus 78,000 is equal to 2,63,000. 2,63,000 plus 10,000. 2,73,000. 2,73,000 plus 2. 2,73,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,000. 2,75,000. Then plus 4,500. 4,500 interest Mangalore Trust plus 3,600 is equal to, this total is, you remember, total is 2,83,100. Okay, 100. In this total, you deduct allowable expenses. Allowable expenses, 100 rupee collection charge. 100 rupee collection charge you take in the inner column, and 1,000 interest on loan taken for 4 trust bond. 4 trust bond is a taxable one, therefore it is allowable. And 2,000 expenditure incurred for manuscript, it is relating to royalty received on books. First is relating to interest, second is relating to also investments, and third is relating to royalty received. These three are allowable expense. The total is 3,100. You deduct 3,100, then your answer will be 2,80,000. Your answer is 2,80,000. Remember this. This is example number 13. Okay. You take all the incomes to the outer column. You take all the incomes to the outer column. Take the total. You take all the incomes to the outer column. Then in the total, you write deduction under section 57. You write deduction under section 57. Deduct 3,100. Your answer is 2,80,000. This is the question number 13. Okay, 13. Now you see the question number 14. You see the question number 14. In this question number 14, from the following details of income furnished by Shambhu, compute is gross total income. Here also they have to calculate gross total income. Okay, gross total income. So first is casual income being winning from lottery. Gross is there 1,50,000. It is 1,50,000. First point 1,50,000. $1,50,000 is there. This is directly you write. Second point, dividend from foreign company 5,000 is the direct amount. There is no adjustment in the other source. And third is salary received as a part-time employment. Salary received, salary from part-time employment, gross is there. Okay. So you take gross 30,000. This is the first head. This is the first head of income. You take gross salary in the middle column. You take one particular column, 3 amounts column. In the middle column, you write 30,000 gross salary. And less deduction under section 16 subsection 1A. According to section 16 subsection 1A, 50,000 or actual salary, whichever is less, is allowable deduction. Therefore, in the 30,000, you deduct 30,000. So 30,000 minus 30,000, taxable salary income is 0. Remember this. In the book, answer is wrong or answer is different. But in the book, they may they may not given the deduction under section 16 subsection 1, but you give deduction under section 16 subsection 1. Remember this point. Don't try to tally the answer. Salary as a part-time employment, 30,000 you take in the middle column, then deduct 30,000. So salary income is 0. Income from salary is 0. Remember this point. Income from salary is 0. Gross salary 30,000, less deduction under section 16 subsection 1A 30,000. Outer column value is 0. Remember this. Then dividend from cooperative society 5,000 comes in other source. Okay. Then hire of tractor is 15,000. You write in the middle column. Tractor hire charges other source. Interest on bank deposit 5,000. Interest on bank deposit 5,000. Director sitting fee 1,000. Director sitting fee. Then long-term capital loss is there. This long-term capital loss should not be adjusted in other incomes. Remember this. So you write this in the inner column and in the bracket you write long-term capital loss carry forward to next year. This is to be carry forward to next year. Remember this. You don't write in the outer column. Okay, you don't write in the outer column. Okay. Then next is remuneration from university exam 1,000. University exam 1,000. Then winning from horse race 3,000. Winning from horse race 3,000. Then tractor repair charges 2,000 is there. You deduct in the total. This is the deduction under section 57. Okay, this is deduction under section 57. Okay, how to solve this problem? I'll give you the clue here. You see here. You make 3 amount column. First amount column, second amount column, third amount column. First is salary. Gross salary, you take 30,000. Okay, 30,000 in the middle column. 30,000. Then less deduction under section 16, 30,000. 30,000 you deduct. Outer column salary income is 0. Okay, house property point is not there. Then others business income is not there. Next you write capital gain. Capital loss. Capital loss is there. You write capital loss. Capital loss you write in the middle column. That capital loss is long-term capital loss 5,000 is there. You write in the 5,000 and for this in the bracket you write carry forward. You write as carry forward to next assessment year. Carry forward. You write carry forward. Because there is no long-term capital gain. Capital loss. Long-term capital loss is to be adjusted in long-term capital gain only. Remember this. Therefore, it is not possible to adjust in other source, other heads. So you don't take in the outer column. Okay. You underline this. Second point. First point, salary income 0. Second point, other source. Sorry, capital gain 0. You don't take outer column. This is minus. Loss is there, minus. This loss you can adjust in the next year if you earn long-term capital gain. For this year, you are not permitted to adjust in other incomes because The income tax rule says long-term capital loss is to be adjusted in long-term capital gain only. So it will not be adjusted. Then you write other source. You write all the other source in the middle column. Then less deduction 2000. You take the total. You write all the items one by one in the middle column. Then less deduction under section 57, repairs 2000. You deduct 2000 and take the outer column. Outer column income. And your answer should be changed. So whatever answer given in the book, that will not be same as for your calculation. Your calculated income differ from book answer by rupees 30,000. Book daginkiಂತ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ 30,000 ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸರಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋ. ಬಿಡಿಸ್ರಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳು. Okay. 1,50,000 is the, I'll tell you the answer. The answer from other source. Now calculate ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. 1,50,000 is the winning from lottery. Then income from agriculture. Income, dividend from foreign company. Dividend from foreign sales in foreign company 5,000. Okay. 1,55,000. 1,55,000 plus salary is not calculated. Then the next point is cooperative dividend 5,000 plus 5,000 cooperative dividend. Then plus higher charges of tractor 15,000. Then plus interest on FD with bank 5,000. Then director sitting fee 1,000. Okay. Long-term capital remuneration received 1,000 remuneration. Winning from horse game 3,000. Okay. Total other sources 1,85,000. Okay. 1,85,000 is the total of other source gross. In that 1,85,000 you deduct addition under section 57 is repairs to tractor 2,000. You deduct 2,000. 1,83,000 is your answer. Your answer is, you calculate answer 1,83,000. Your answer is 1,83,000. You calculate answer 1,83,000. If your answer is different from 1,83,000, you contact me and clarify the doubt. If my side mistake is there, I'll agree with that. Otherwise, I'll give you the suggestion. Srimati Tanuja, a resident individual, submit the following particulars of her income for the year ending 31st March 2020. Okay, 2020. First is pension from Government of Karnataka. Karnataka government pension 47,000. So this 47,000 is the pension received. Out of this, 1/3 of the amount or 15,000, whichever is less, is exempted. So out of this, if you calculate 1/3, that is 16,000. I think it is. Well, if you calculate 1/3 of this, 1/3 of this is 15,000. 666. 15,666 and 15,000. So 1/3 of this or 15,000 is exempted. So 15,000 is exempted. 15,000 is exempted. Okay, 15,000 is exempted, remaining amount is taxable. That is 32,000. 32,000 is taxable. 32,000 is taxable. And regarding the second point, she wrote a book of botany, got a royalty of 25,000. Royalty gross is 25,000. 6,000 is the related expense. 25,000 minus 6,000 is 19,000. This is second point answer. And third point is she has received remuneration doing for invigilation 500. This is the direct one. Remuneration for exam work is 2,800 and postage 150 is allowable, but it is reimbursed by the university. Reimbursed by the university means it is repaid by the university, therefore it is not an expense. Okay. The next point is there is a cash credit in her passbook, rupees 1 lakh. Cash credited to her passbook 1 lakh, the source of which could not be explained by her. She is not explaining anything about it. She has not given any explanation regarding that. Therefore, that is called as income from undisclosed source. Okay. Then interest credited to her saving bank account 800 is there. This is taxable. SB account interest with bank is taxable. Post office exempt. Then interest credited to her recurring deposit 10 years. 10 years it is. And cumulative deposit on post office is like this. Okay. So 10-year recurring deposit recurring deposit account, 10-year cumulative time deposit in post office. 10-year cumulative deposit is exempted and recurring deposit is taxable. Remember this. So 700 rupees taxable. This 700 is taxable. Okay. Dividend from cooperative society 5,000. You take 5,000 from cooperative society and take the total. The total is called as income from other source. Okay, you see the solution. Income from other source. Okay. Pension from government of Karnataka 47,000. Less exempted 15,000 or 1/3, whichever is less. So 15,000 is less, you deduct it. 32,000 is first point income. Then second is royalty received on books is 25,000. Less allowable expense 6,000. Balance is 19,000. Then third point remuneration for invigilation work 500. Fourth point remuneration for examiner 2,800. 150 expense is there, that is not allowed because that is reimbursed by the university. Reimbursed means ಅವ್ರು ಮತ್ತೆ ತಿರುಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಖರ್ಚು ಕೊಟ್ರಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ತಿರುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು ಖರ್ಚಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಅದು ಅಲೌ ಆಗುಲ್ಲ. Then income from undisclosed source 1 lakh rupees in the account. This is taxable. Interest on bank of ASB 800. Interest on recurring deposit 700. Recurring deposit 10-year CTD is exempted. Dividend from cooperative society 5,000. Okay, you take the total. Total is 1,60,800. This is the income from other source. Okay, these are the problems I explained and solved. 2 problems I solved and 1 problem I explained. You try to solve that. And regarding this, you remember accrued interest on NSC is taxable. Interest on NSC received is exempted. That is the complicated term. Okay. And one more thing regarding the member of parliament. Daily allowance is exempted. I know it. Daily allowance is exempted. I know it. But other allowance, I don't know exactly it. If it is considered as daily allowance, that is also exempted. So in the books, they are exempted and I also exempted that amount. Okay.